Evening Talkin Sticks fam, this is your host Croomy. I'm here at the beautiful, beautiful Harlem Cigar Room with my special guest today, Tristen. Tristen, welcome.
What's up, what's up, what's up? How y'all doing? How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for coming to the show.
Nah, no doubt, bro.
And I appreciate you jumping on board to do this interview. For everyone, today, as I said before, we're at the Harlem Cigar Room located in Manhattan, New York. Well, Harlem, New York. The address is 3456 Broadway, New York, New York, 10031. And we're going to get in it today. Tristan's going to tell us about him. He's going to tell us about his journey, what he's working on, and then I'll get into it and tell y'all why I decided to go with Tristen today. So once again, Tristen, welcome.
What up, baby?
And
thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Well, let me get down to it. Today is Tristen. We'll also get into it before real quick. Today is Tristen's first time having a cigar, so I'm very happy that he's here. He's having a Harlem Cigar Room House Blend cigar, and I am having a DBL second generation reserve exclusive cigar by Francisco El Monte. This is my first time having it. Toast.
Let's cheers to Fashion Week. Just ended. Beautiful. Met a lot of beautiful people, beautiful designers, beautiful clothing. It was great.
All right. Cheers. Fashion Week Harlem.
That's beautiful.
All right. So we're not going to keep anybody else waiting anymore. We're going to get into it. But do you want me to tell you first why I wanted you here?
Yeah. Let's hit that. Let's start off straight.
Let's hit that real quick because I want him to talk about his accomplishments, his journey. I met Tristen through my sister-in-law. She was at Harlem Fashion Week. We did a family function. Tristen was there. He said he remembered me a little bit. I remembered him because he did his thing on a runway, just like all the other models there. But he did his thing. He represented every designer that he worked for. So we're trying, Talkin Sticks Croomy, I'm trying to bring cigars and fashion more and more together. A lot of us already know, the men and women that are cigar enthusiasts, we like to dress up when it's time to dress up. We want to be spiffy at certain events, from the fedoras to the suits to the ties to the bow ties. We want to be there. But I also know that some of y'all out there have your own fashion lines, may be interested in doing fashion shows or have fashion shows going, and may be looking for models. And what better way, I say, for Talkin Sticks to help, like I want to help with everything, is to get a model on the show. Just like I want to get a clothing line on the show. Get him here, let's get him exposed. Someone jump and pick him up, introduce him to your clothing line, and he's willing to do it. So that's why I chose Tristen. That's why I'm happy he agreed. And let's just get to it.
Yes,
so, Tristen, I'm going to jump into it. Who is Tristen?
I love that question because it's like, it wasn't until like, I want to say like maybe like two years ago, maybe like even last year, where I really started to like separate self from art.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I really consider like my artist self kind of different from my personal self. You know what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
Even though they're like one and the same,
So who is your artist self then?
The artist self is like Flamingo. That's Saint Flamingo. Sun Pirate, Chaser of the Dawn. It's almost like poetic in a way, I believe in. I believe you just can't have too many bad days. The night can't last forever,
Understand.
You feel me? So dawn gonna come, sun gonna come eventually. So we push forward and we keep going, and that's what I like. That's what I attach to like my personal self,
Okay.
That never quit. Like we gotta finish. We gotta keep going. Like we here for a reason.
Understand.
You know what I'm saying? And my artist self is more about like an expression of self. You feel me? Because I often find myself in my own head like so many like imaginations and ideas that just go through my head on a daily, and then when I step into model and I do photography, I could be like that person. You feel me? Like that person that fits that lifestyle, that fits that niche, I guess. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that fits that little niche in my head of what I feel like Flamingo should be.
For that shoot or for that clothing line.
Right. Like this is what Flamingo would do. This is You feel me? Like this is how he's gonna pull up to this. This is how he's gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like talking in a third sense of self, or like you know, like a third party. Cause I'm like, oh, Flamingo, but you know, it's very dynamic. I feel like I go back and forth a lot, not in terms of like personality, like I'm swapping or anything. Okay. But just in the terms of like where my mindset is at. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we doing it like we're going to the gym today? We're just gonna work out, maintain diet, you know, network with some people, call it a day, or is this gonna be like a busy day? We're going downtown. We're going to do a couple shoots. I maybe have a video or something. I maybe have an interview or something. How are we gonna tackle that? You feel me? How does Flamingo want to tackle that? You know what I'm trying to say?
Understand. So, when did you come up with the? I mean, I know you said it was a couple of years, but exactly was it during the shoot? Were you preparing for a shoot?
It was it kind of just came to me. I'm not gonna lie, because I always looked at like my Instagram, right? So I look at my Instagram as like a expression of self.
Okay.
You feel me? I sound like I'm good at words, but when I try to express myself, sometimes it don't always, you know, come out the way I want. Or when I'm doing art, it don't always show the way I want it to, or not show, but it doesn't invoke the emotions of other people that I want them to. You feel me? Like, okay, I don't want to make it you feel sad, and like I'm making it for you to feel like happy or like excited, or just to have like a different perspective on something. You feel me? Okay. So, you know, I take it from there a little bit, but
I just let that go. Let it burn. Let it burn.
Nah, it's scary because
it's not going to burn you, man. Just let it burn. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to ask you next. I mean, you told us your runway name. Say it again, please, so everyone can hear it.
Saint Flamingo, baby.
Okay. Is that your IG name also?
My IG name is actually Ghost Flamingo.
Ghost Flamingo. Okay. All right. Well, y'all know where to follow him on IG. Y'all know what, if y'all see that name on a Runway Model magazine, anything, you know who it is. You know where you first heard him from. You know where you first seen him at.
Tristen Flamingo, baby. You know what it is.
I'm happy about that, man. So I'm gonna ask you, what got you into modeling?
Oh, sheesh. It's been a hell of a long road. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta drink.
Talk about that. Talk about this long road.
Man, like, straight up, like, I was not an artist at first. I was an athlete. Like, I was someone that I saw myself like playing lacrosse, playing football, doing like something physical, maybe being like a coach or something. That's where I saw myself going. You feel me? Maybe
that's where you saw Tristen going.
Yeah, that's where I saw Tristen going. Before Flamingo even existed, it was like I got wrestling practice, I got track practice, I got lacrosse practice. You feel me? I gotta go. Yes. And then I played lacrosse like 1 year in keep going to Ash. I did like 1 year of college. Okay. And I played 1 year of lacrosse. And that was, you know, super fun. It was super lit. But I ended up flunking out because I'm just not a very good student, honestly. Okay. You know. So
gotta be true with self, right?
Nah, yeah. Honestly, because I was like what, 20, 19, 21 in college. Like I had never really even had like real responsibility before. Like, and I'm just suddenly thrown like, okay, you're on your own, you know. Yeah. So you know, I went through it a little bit with that. And I ended up coming home, and I was, I think that, like, maybe a little before that, but in that, like, time frame, I realized, like, yo, I'm kind of depressed, like, like, I'm kind of deep down there, you feel me? Like, and you don't even really, like, notice it, you know, because I was somebody, like, you know, I go drink, I go hang out, like, you know, distractions. Yes. You feel me? You don't really think about it too much. And then what was it? I was just kind of, like, working around for a couple years. This was, like, 2019, 2018, maybe. So, to, like, maybe, like, 2020. And that's when, you know, COVID came. Yeah. And I was out of work. I was just home, hanging out with my mom, playing games and shit, you know, getting closer with her. And one day, me and my homeboy, we hanging out, and he's just like, yo, like, oh no, we went downtown. We went downtown to go ride bikes, and we went to go meet up with some friends. And he was just like, yo, you want to try these shrooms? Like, you know, like the magic mushrooms and shit. Yeah. And I was like, you know, sure. Like, I like to have a good time, right? So I take him or whatever, you know. Everybody knows, you know, you go through like a whole trip, you know, they see all this shit. But for me, it was like super introspective. Like I had like, I was tripping for maybe like 6 hours. And like that whole time, I was just thinking like, I felt like I was thinking about my entire life the whole time. And it was just like, wow, like, is this really like what I'm trying to do? Like, is this, am I really like an athletic person. Like I like wrestling, MMA and stuff like that, basketball. But it's like, is that really where I see my life going? You feel me?
Okay.
And I had like a real like deep sense of self-talk, and it was just like, I gotta do something different. Like, this is not necessarily working, And
So,
a lot of things at that time wasn't working, but
So that was like your
my awakening almost.
That was your awakening. You was like down, you was out, you trying to, COVID is happening and everything, and something that not everyone do, or something I know you're not going to promote for people to do, but
that's not for everybody though.
It's something you had to go through to get you where you needed to be at.
Right. No, it was and I'm never, I'm not that type of person really, where it's like, oh, let's pop some drugs. That's not me. Like, I don't do shit like that. But it was that one time, and I was like wow, like it just made me look at things and like everything so differently. And then at the time, I was dating someone, and she was a photographer.
Okay.
And she used to take a lot of pictures of me and stuff. And I would post them here and there, and that wasn't really where my focus was. I was trying to find out where I was going, like what's my next plateau, And people would always just tell me like, yo, like, you ever try like modeling? You ever try like bodybuilding or like something like that? Like, yo, you're so tall, like your frame is so small, like you have a nice slender face, like all like the the generic stuff that you hear.
Well, how tall are you? Let me cut you off for a second. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
6'2"?
6'2".
Wow, swim.
6'2". That like it fits the build. You feel me?
Okay.
That's what they want. And I was doing a little bit of that, and eventually, one day, a friend of a friend hits me up, and she's like, "Hey, my friend's doing a clothing line. You wanna do that? Like,
Okay.
Is that something you're interested in?" And I was like, sure, why not? Like, let's see where this goes. And the rest is history. Like, it just I've been going ever since.
What clothing line was that, if you don't mind me asking?
Size 12 NYC. My boy Terrence Worrell. Size 12 NYC. That's my first brand shoot ever. It was my boy Mark and I forgot the other person's name. I forgot your name, but I love you, bro. You're a cool dude. But it was great. It was dope vibes, and that's what really like put me on to the whole modeling thing in the first place, because it was just like, wow, like it's not necessarily always about the modeling and being pictured and getting clothes and whatever else comes with it. It's more so for me about, yo, I met these people and they probably gonna, like, I'm a very people person, so I met them and I was like, wow, like these dudes are so cool. Like, if everybody that does fashion is even just a little bit like this, and we have such similar, like, mindsets and what we want to do and shit, why not just see where it goes?
Okay. So did it click for you at first? Like when you first they taught you how to walk and like.
I'm self-taught.
Self-taught. It comes second nature to you.
I never took a modeling class. I never took anything like that. I wasn't even into fashion in high school.
Okay.
Honestly, you feel me? It's only now recently where I'm just like, oh wow, this is that new Louis Vuitton. Like, oh wow, Rick Owens. Like, and I'm really like paying attention to like different brands and what people are doing with their creativity and shit. And it's like, wow, like the world is so big, and I wasn't even like really paying attention.
I will have to. You will have to try to show me how to pull off a style like this, but you got the
Are you,
the Doc Martens
shitting
on.
me, bro? You fly, man.
You got the Doc Martens on, the jeans on. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off.
Nah, that's alright, bro. I got you. We're gonna check out your whole wardrobe. We're gonna get you right, bro.
Alright, no
problem. You fly yourself, bro. I should get some lessons from you.
No problem. Well, you already answered the next question I was gonna ask you, if you always been into fashion, and I guess it all depends for everyone. How deep you go into it. If you want the Jordans, the Yeezys,
right,
or if you want the off brands,
right.
I mean, I know I watched a couple of shows where Cam Newton and Tina said, Tina Taylor, I'm saying it.
I Am Athlete?
Yeah, she's with Pretty Little Things. I'm sorry. Cam Newton.
Yeah. I think it's I Am Athlete. No.
Okay.
I mean, he might have his own podcast, to be honest.
Well, Cam Newton does, but he says he's not into big designer names no more. He into small businesses. He goes to the thrift shops. He wants to support like that, and he has a unique, nice style of flow. Tiana Taylor, I'm sorry, Cam Newton, Tiana Taylor, they spoke about it on his thing, Sip and Smoke. And she said she does the same thing. She's also said she's behind creative director of Pretty Little Things. So
Wow.
you know, let's give them a shout out.
Shout
Let's
out
give
to
them an
Little
applause
Things.
because they're supporting the entrepreneurs, the small business owners in the fashion world that are doing their thing. So let's keep it going. Shout some out when you hear this and you watch this, so people could tag them, watch them, and even purchase for them.
Yo, KF, send me some stuff, baby. You know I love you, boy.
So I'm gonna ask you a question now.
Talk to me.
Let's find out. I want to understand what the life of a model, but being a model, is there a daily regimen that you have to maintain?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you know, not everybody obviously follows the same regimen. Everybody's different. Everybody wants different things out of their body. Like for me right now, I'm trying to gain weight, like gain some size, gain some muscle mass, and I'm not really trying to get too big, you know. So it's a lot of like right now, a lot of like ground beef, a bit of vegetables, not too much, but it's a lot of like high calorie intake and a lot of weightlifting just to, you know, bulk up.
Okay.
You feel me?
But
like
you don't want to be no Dwayne Johnson bulk up.
Yeah, like nah, bro. Like that's too bulky, bro. Like I feel like literally like a rock. I'm walking. I can't scratch my back and shit. Like I can't wipe my. Nah, I can't do it, bro.
So more like let's say, you know, Allen Iverson. He didn't hit the gym, but you want to be like slim but toned.
Yeah, like I want to look alright. You feel me? Like I want to like at least a little bigger arm. You know. Like,
Okay.
you know, I want to fill out the clothes a lot more because I peep that, you know, sometimes they like my look, but it's not necessarily what their vision was. You feel me?
Okay.
For what the people that they wore their clothes. Like I saw Harlem Week, Harlem Fashion Week. I noticed that it was a lot of brothers that were a little aki. You feel me? So I'm like, okay. Like, you know, some of those guys got picked for a little bit more designers than me. So I'm like, okay, that's what's up. Like, that's just like an idea. Like, I can keep that in the back of my mind. Like, all right, well, if this look isn't working, let's try adding like 15 pounds and let's see like if that's what they want. You know, yes or no. You know.
Okay.
You feel me? And at the end of the day, it's like even if they don't want me, it's just like, okay, well, I'm still like 175. I look great. Like somebody's gonna want me. Somebody's gonna pick me. You feel me?
What about a facial routine? Is there something you got to do daily, facial wise? Or there's certain foods and things that you learned that you got to keep out your body to keep your skin nice and clean and clear?
No, I try not to eat fried stuff. I try not to eat. I be eating burgers. I ain't even gonna lie. Burgers and taco, that's my shit. Like that's really my shit. But I be trying not to too much because you know, I've noticed that fried oil really gets at my face. Like even right now, I'm going through like you can't really tell I got a little facial hair, but I got a little breakout going on right now. So it's like I really got to stick to like you know water, fruits, and you know vegetables. Like you know the real basic stuff, real natural. I really do stick to a lot of mango though.
Mango?
Yeah, that's just my favorite. I don't know if it do anything for you, but that shit is good.
It's good.
That shit's good. Like, you get it from the homie in the train station. I don't know if you be down there on 149. He got the whole little cart, hella mangoes cut up with the hot sauce and the tajin.
Well, for me, it would be Broadway Junction in East New York.
Okay. So you got your dude. You feel me?
For me, it would be over there if I'm gonna get mangoes or stuff like that. That's where that would be at.
But as for like a day-to-day routine for the face, I usually just I keep it pretty simple, you know, because I'm still like, even though I've been modeling for like 2 to 3 years, I would still say like I'm mad new to this. Like I'm super new. Like I wouldn't sit here and be like, yeah, I got this deep routine that it definitely works for me, because you'll try some stuff for a while and it might not be working, or it might not work the way you want it to. You feel me? Like for a while I was using tea tree oil because I got like some dark spots on my face. But tea tree oil is more of like a preventive for blemishes, not necessarily a like restorer of skin.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Nah, yeah, I didn't know it either till a little while ago. And then so what I do now, I do like a double wash during the like day. Like I do like 1 in the morning, 1 at night. Or like if I'm like home all day and I'm going out later, I'll wash it like right before I go out, you know, oil up and stuff. I use like Cetaphil or just like a real simple like face cleaner. I usually use like Noxzema. It just smells good and it got like eucalyptus, is good for your skin. I like that.
Okay.
And then I have right now what I'm using like a oil, essential oil mixture of like coconut oil, lemon oil, and like a little bit of tea tree oil, because the tea tree oil is very strong.
Okay.
Yeah, so I use like 2 drops of that, like 12 of the lemon with like a coconut base, and it really moisturizes my skin. I'm noticing that it's kind of like removing my blemishes a little bit that I've acquired in the last few weeks. So I'm like, This might be it. This might be the one where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this every day. Yeah, like, cause you gotta go through trial and error,
Nah, I get it. I used to clean shave, and I would get razor bumps bad. I would get razor bumps. I would get real bad. So I tried the 3-blade razor, the 4-blade razor. I've tried just shaving with the T-blade, the clipper machine.
Yo, it feels like there's no answer for a black man. I ain't gonna lie.
But I use this company right now. I'm gonna give it a shout out. I'll put somebody else on too. It's called Bevel. I use the safety razor when I do have to shave. I use basically almost all their products. The exfoliator, the facial wash, the facial moisturizer, the beard balm, the hair balm, the lotion.
Oh, you got the whole kit.
I'm into it because once I started with the safety razor and it actually lasts, my skin did tighten up, but it didn't bump up. So I was happy with it.
Yeah, like you can live with that.
It didn't itch, it didn't bother me. So I was happy with it. So Bevel, shout out to you.
They got the straight razor?
They have a straight razor, safety razor.
The safety razor. Oh, okay.
And it's excellent. It's perfect. I mean, in my opinion. So
I'm gonna hit that. Cause I be doing the straight razor thing too, and I get the the razor bump shit.
All right. So he gave us a little breakdown, his diet, his breakdown of how he's trying to build up, bulk up, what he's doing. I want to say, look into certain plant-based things, plant-based protein. Diet too, so therefore you won't get too big, but you'll still add that muscle mass, and it could define you, cut you up wise and stuff like that.
I feel that. That's like the impossible meat, right?
Yeah, impossible meat, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So I do have another question though. Since you said that you noticed at Harlem Fashion Week that the meals that were a little bit, more built, were getting picked by more designers.
Shout out to y'all, by the way, at Harlem Fashion Week. Y'all did y'all thing.
Did it affect you like mentally, or was it more of like a encouragement thing, like, all right, this is what I got to do, this is where I need to get to?
Exactly. That's the one thing that about modeling where it was just like that's when I knew it really was gonna hit.
Okay.
Because it was like I would see, like, I'm usually like a jealous dude. Like if I see, like, I'm a wrestler, right? So if I see somebody wrestling, he's better than me, I'm like, damn, like, that dude's pretty nasty. Or I'm playing lacrosse, his stick game is stupid. I'm like, oh man, what am I gonna do about this, right? But when it comes to modeling, it's just like, I don't even think about other people.
Okay.
It doesn't even cross my mind to be like that was the one instance where it was like, because I was actively looking to be like, okay, like what's different from me and the other guys that they got picked a lot, you feel me? Mm-hmm. Not in like a shade type of way, you feel me? But it was just like, to learn. And that's when I picked up and I was like, wow, like, and that's when it really hit me too. It was like, wow, like I don't feel no type of nothing. Like I feel like I want to get bigger now. I feel like I'm motivated. Like, I can't wait till next Fashion Week, February. I'm gonna look crazy.
So it's more of a you look, you observe, you add it to your what would I say, your goals, your inspirations.
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't let shit stop me for this modeling thing. I don't know what it is. Like, I love this shit. Like, I love standing in front of a camera and just making people happy for a little while. Like, just coming into a set and it's just good vibes. Like, what's up, everybody? Shake everybody's hand. What's up? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Like, we all family now. Like, we cool. Like,
and everyone normally on board, smooth.
Let's go, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's always like, I've never had a shoot where it was like, maybe like one shoot. Like, I had one shoot recently where it was like, oh shit, this is kind of funny style. But I even then, it was just like, that's nothing to me. That doesn't faze me. It doesn't make me think twice about anything. I keep going. Like,
okay,
it's time. That's the one thing where like Tristen kind of fades into the Flamingo, where it was like, go, push through. Like,
you got this.
Exactly. Like, ain't no quit.
That's important, man. I mean, that's important. I mean, so, you're the first person on interviews that's not a small business owner, or I want to say an entrepreneur. But in some ways, models are entrepreneurs because you got to promote yourself daily. Especially when you got stuff like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Like, you gotta have at least 2 to 3. Okay.
At least, like, I just got Instagram right now, and it's because, like, I haven't had the time to really make a YouTube and really put a lot of content together, or like make a TikTok, do the dances. But when you do though, it's like you shoot up.
It shoots you up.
Like it'll shoot you up. Like it's just so much more exposure because you know with the way TikTok works, you just be like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, he has an Instagram. Oh, I follow him. He's funny, or
Okay.
he's cute, or did a nice dance, or whatever. It could be anything. And that one person, it just multiplies. You know, like I had like maybe like 600 followers a couple like maybe like 3 months ago.
Okay.
And you know, it's like maybe like one follower, like a random guy you don't know will follow you maybe like once a day, maybe. Now it's like I can be like just not look at my phone. I maybe get like 2 or 3 followers, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's like a day.
Yeah.
And it's like wow, like imagine if I had like a YouTube, like a TikTok, and I was really kicking up my internet presence like that.
Yeah.
Because even then, I don't really post like that unless I have something I want y'all to see. Like you feel me? Like it's art. I'm not gonna just like my personal page is like an art page. I'm not gonna just sit there and post bullshit or like, oh, this is what I did today. Like I'm not really too into that. I'm more into like this is the work I did. You feel me? Like this is what I want to show y'all, and like this is what I want y'all to look at and be like, wow, like, cause I never saw myself being a model, so I want other people to look and be like, whoa, if he's doing it, he's so confident. I know I could do it.
I could do it.
You feel me? Like that's the main thing I really.
Well, I could learn from him.
Yeah, like I want to inspire people.
Got you.
I feel like that's really like my purpose, you know.
And that's why I wanted something different, but I wanted to bring it out that, you know, you're still providing a service. You're providing a service for companies, but you gotta market yourself. You gotta promote yourself.
Right.
You gotta make your own scheduling hours.
Yo,
you gotta.
yo.
It's a daily grind.
It's a daily grind, bro. Especially with me, because I'm unsigned. I don't have any representation or anything. So everything I do is just me. Like I gotta schedule my shoots. I gotta go to. Not go to, but like schedule my own castings and like I gotta fit that all into my schedule and still do me. You know, a lot of people do it. It's not too crazy, you know, but it is just a thing that, you know, it's a thing you have to account for.
Okay.
It's like preparation, you know. If you're not prepared, you're just not gonna be ready.
You're not. Okay.
You feel me?
To jump back, get a little personal. Are you the first one in your family who's doing modeling, or have you come to find out that maybe someone down the line in your family has done it before, and that's kind of why you had it kind of just clicked for you?
Nah.
No.
I'm the only model in my family. I'm the only one in my family that probably ever thought about really doing art, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, it's like my immediate family, so that's like what, like about 2 or 3 cousins. I got a sister, I got my mom, uncle, aunt, grandparents, and it's just, nah. Like most of them do like city jobs, you know, pretty like average things. No shade or nothing, but you know, like, you know, they're pretty like normal people. And I'm just the guy that's in the back like, hey, I model.
I'm on my own.
Yeah, I'm on my own. Like my grandmother was a banker. My mom works for a Department of the Aging. My uncle was like a bus driver. You know, like real standard stuff. And then there's me in the back, like the poor model. How y'all doing?
Nah.
What's up, everybody?
Nah, you're not poor, man. You doing your thing. You're succeeding.
Nah, yeah, I'm full of life, bro. I'm blessed, you know. Like
I say, every step, every accomplishment. You know, some people sometimes put too big of a burden of attaining certain goals. You know, small goals, small steps add up to that big goal. You know, some people are blessed with it. Just
clicks.
pops for them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Definitely.
Shout out to Elevate Bar Company. Shout you out. I know I said before, it just popped for you.
Oh,
it popped for him.
It's not even hard plastic.
He's doing his thing.
Y'all doing y'all thing, Elevate.
It's a very good company. Y'all go check it out. Elevate Bar Company. The interview with him will be dropping soon also. But he sent this to me, and this will be in every single interview I do from now on. He also has another tool. I didn't use it today, but it's a 4-in-1. It's a 4-in-1 tool. 2 sides for punches, a pick and a pusher. I will display it on another interview down the road, but definitely follow him, and his products will definitely be up here on Talkin Sticks interviews with every interviewee. So I want to get into it. Let's get current events. What are a few recent shows, or 2, 3? How many you can name recent fashion shows that you've recently done?
This is my first year doing Fashion Week. This is my first year. I've been modeling for like 2 or 3 years, but this is my first year. I was like, all right, I could walk. I could do something. Like, let's see where I'm really at. You feel me? Like, it was almost like like a gauge of like, all right, how far have I really come?
Okay.
You feel me? And that's always tricky with castings because it's just like you don't go in knowing what they want. You just kind of bring your best self and it's like yes or no. You feel me? Rejection is like a very common thing.
So how does the casting work?
A casting work. All right. So I mean, it could be a little different every time, but generally what it is, right? They send out a little flyer. They send you an invite, or your agency hits you up like, yo, this is happening here, right? And the attire is usually like, all black, slim fitting clothing. Like you could put like a black, like it was how you put like a black tank top, or like black t-shirt, black pants, something real form fitting so they can see your shape.
Okay.
And it's usually like a long ass line outside or a long ass line inside because there's always like 300 people just coming for one casting and they're only picking like 10 people or 20 people or however many they're picking, right? So we usually wait on the line. So it's like, let's say the casting is from like 11 to 3.
Okay.
And I get there at like say 11:30, 12. It's probably already a line. And I'm probably not going to leave till maybe like 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
It's like, if they're doing like one at a time or like two at a time, sometimes they do like, they'll bring like 5 people in, like, all right, you and you guys walk, bring in 3 more people. Okay, you and you walk, and they want to see people like sometimes like similar builds.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, okay, these 3 guys look alike. Let's have them all walk, and we just pick that best one out of this 3, and we go to the next one.
And that's it, just a walk, and then you're done.
Yeah, you usually.
Wow.
It's either like you walk, and it's like, okay, thanks, next, or it's like, okay, let me see that again. Let me talk to you. Come here.
Okay.
Like, yeah, let me see your comp card, or it's your Instagram, your TikTok, YouTube, whatever.
Yeah.
And then or sometimes they just be like, okay, I like you. Yeah, you're coming. Like I did a show for Corey Woods X Clockwork. So Clockwork is a shop downtown in Soho by my boy Ty. Shout out Ty.
Okay.
Yo, appreciate you, my boy. Shout out Clockwork. And it was a collab with him and Corey Woods, the sunglass guru guy.
Okay.
Yeah, great guy. Those guys are super nice, super nice. You don't always expect the designer to be super nice. I've heard some like really mean things.
Okay.
Not about him, but just
In general, yeah.
And he was just so cool. Like he was just like everybody was so chill in that show. I just loved it. Like, that was probably like my favorite show. I loved Harlem Fashion Week because it was like that one was like more of a process.
Okay.
Because it took like a month. We all did like rehearsals and it was real deep about it. And the Corey Woods was just like, okay, like, all right, show was like in 2 weeks. Let's do this. Like I love that shit.
And just
let's
went
go.
through with it.
Yeah, let's go.
So you said Harlem Fashion Week, the show with Corey Woods.
Yeah.
Anything else you've done recently?
For fashion show wise, no, that's it. I think I'm pretty sure that's it. I gotta forget from memory, but I'm pretty sure that's it. I would have remembered.
Okay.
But those are those are the 2 shows. I only went to maybe like 6 castings. I think to 2 out of 6. That's not bad for your first time. I think
Okay. I mean, I can't answer that one because
I can't either.
You're teaching me as we go along.
Got ash over you and shit.
Oh, it's alright. It's
The black sweat they gonna give me on
it just comes off. But no, that's good. I mean, when you do the fashion, do some of the designers, do you get to keep some of the stuff sometimes, or how does that normally work? I mean, because I know people watching may probably have questions, so let's trying to answer some questions in people's minds.
I got all night. But like sometimes Harlem Fashion Week I didn't get anything because I only did we only had like but so many clothes that day. It was like one set of everything. For the Corey Woods, we were supposed to get glasses, but not the glasses that we wore. So that was like that was kind of like we get free shit.
Yeah.
I appreciate Corey for that one, but nah, not necessarily. But like a lot of the times they will give you clothes instead of trying to pay you.
Okay.
So like, that happens fairly
often.
Yeah. I mean, I've been thankful and blessed. I haven't run into too many of that.
Okay.
Where most of the time, like I did another branding for, I can't think of her name, Lola Faturi Loves. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it.
Okay.
It's a little hard to pronounce it. I'm gonna send it to you so you can
I'll put it in.
Yeah,
so what is that?
It's a unisex clothing brand. I'm not gonna lie, that's the softest denim I ever touched. It's the softest, and I like jeans and shit like that. I touched it. I was like, wow, like this is like soft. Like I don't know if you ever touched like a Uniqlo shirt or
Yes.
yeah, they got like the little like Air Wicks.
Yes.
It's almost like that.
Wow.
In terms of like, yeah, you could like pull it a little bit, like a little
And
stretch.
stretches. Okay.
And I was like, wow, like it's
So it'll fit the body.
yeah, it fits. It's very, very form fitting, especially for the ladies because they got bodysuits and they got like a unisex tee. It's cool. It's so cool. They got earrings. The design is like, it's basically like I think it's the designer Lola, and it's like her, like looking at herself in the earring, like a shape of like two faces.
Wow.
And that's like the logo. It's so hard. It's
That's
so
interesting.
hard. Yeah, it's so cool.
Well, we gonna give you a shout out on the page. We gonna mention it so people can also go and follow you, and just keep it going. Let's keep it going. I have a personal question for you. I guess this is a personal question for Tristen or Flamingo. Have you thought about starting your own fashion label?
Black Flamingo 2022. That's all I'm gonna say.
Black Flamingo 2022.
Black Flamingo, not Ghost Flamingo. It's gonna be Black Flamingo 2022.
Okay. Can we get in, can we indulge in it a little bit, or is this gonna be a surprise, and I'm gonna bring you back on the show when you drop Black Flamingo and you got a couple of items out.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, you could bring me back regardless if I tell you that. Nah, I mean, I've just been inspired. Like, I got a good friend. His name is Aaron A.A. Kloss. He's damn. He gave me a shirt recently. I should have wore it, but it's such a beautiful like. He came out recently with a tie-dye collection with another designer, Andy Tie-Dye. Yo, great guys. And they just inspired me. Like, they just been doing their thing all for just like, not even like trying to make it like a business.
Okay.
But just of like, this is what I love to do. You feel me? Like, this is where, what I want to do. This is like, how you say, success or fail or whatever, this is where I'm at with it. And I believe in that. I believe in shit like that. You feel me?
See, hearing that is, you know, it just ties all into what I always say. You gotta have a passion when you become an entrepreneur, small business. Like, you gotta have your ups, you gotta have your downs.
Yes.
You may have supporters, you may not have supporters, but if you love doing it,
keep doing it.
You keep doing it, and that success is gonna hit. That success is gonna happen. Someone's gonna jump on it.
Absolutely, I believe that.
And it'll just start ticking up. But okay, Black Flamingo 2022. Everybody remember that. Everybody hold it down. Write a little note, put it on the side. And since you mentioned that kind of goes into the Talkin Sticks question of the hour, because we went over a lot of fashion stuff. We learned Tristen Flamingo himself has taught us a lot about who he is. But the Talkin Sticks question of the hour is, if you can, and we'll talk about it, is what's next for you fashion wise, or any upcoming shows that we need to prepare for, maybe go and purchase tickets for and be there to see you do your thing.
Witness the greatness, right?
Yes.
Right now I'm also into acting. So it's like for the winter time, I'm trying to like do more of those type of castings, like short films and any type of movie role. Like, I got a background job for a movie, Regret, the film.
Okay, Regret.
Yeah, I think that's a short film. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I haven't seen no trailers, obviously. Right?
Okay.
But I'm doing some background work for them. I have another casting I'm trying to get into for another short film. So hopefully, you know, I'm just lining myself up with that for the whole winter. And then by the time February comes around, we back on Fashion Week. My diet, you know, I'm gonna be at that point by February comes, like, I won't be bulking anymore. I'll be trying to cut back down, slim down, show the muscle that I developed and whatnot over like the 3-4 months, and then just come back stronger. Like, just test myself again. Like, that's how I look at Fashion Week, is like test, like how well do I measure up?
Okay.
In terms of like what people are looking for, or like just in terms of like maybe like who I am and like what if they heard, you know what I'm saying? Cause I want to get to a point where it's like, oh, Flamingo's here. Oh shit, Flamingo's here.
Got you.
Oh shit, Flamingo's here. Like, I don't want niggas to be nervous, but I want them to understand
that respect.
Yeah, like, I'm here. I came here.
You came here to do your thing.
Yeah.
Kill that line that you're wearing.
You feel me?
And
show them
go on to the next
show
one.
them who I am. You feel me?
All right.
Show them a little bit of that Bronx lifestyle, you know?
That Bronx lifestyle. So you got, we in Harlem, got the Bronx. I'm from Brooklyn and Queens, but we in Harlem. And this
shout out Tremont, baby.
This spot is awesome. This spot, Harlem Cigar Room, Harlem Cigar Room, Harlem Cigar Room. Thank you for having us here. Tristen, I want to say, before we go, is there anything else that you may want to highlight about yourself or highlight about Flamingo before we call it a night?
Man, yo, Flamingo looking for an agency. What's up? Holla at me. Holla at your boy. You see me. Am I what you want? Talk to me. You see the braids. You see the little blonde. I'll take the blonde out if that's what you want. We can talk about it, though. We can talk about it. But it's all love, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm wishing all my fellow creatives the best. Let's do it. You know, this is going to be a good year coming up. 2022 is going to be great. 2021 was alright, but 2022, that's what it's going to be at.
It's going to be even better.
It's going to be great.
So, Talkin Sticks fam, on that note, I just want to say thank you for everyone watching. I need to shout out a couple people. Definitely shouting out Harlem Cigar Room. Please go and follow them.
Definitely. Shout out to the, what is it?
That's that house blend.
The house blend. Shout out to the house blend.
That's a special cigar just in Harlem Cigar Room. The house blend. Come and ask them about it when you get here. Tell them Croomy from Talkin Sticks. You watch the show. They'll make sure and take care of you. Definitely shout out to Elevate Bar Company for all the products that they sent me. I got a live up right now. I did a meal called Reveal. I showed y'all the box, and then when I got here, I did a live real quick so I could show what it was.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Jameson.
Yes, shout out Jamie. You already know.
For the drink tonight that we had up here, and let's just keep doing it. Tristen, Flamingo, I want to say thank you very much for being on the show today. Thank you for
inviting me, man. I love shit like this.
And we're going to keep working. So as I always say, everyone have a good night. Peace, love, and God bless. All right, let me end it. And that's it.